what is the denoise setting in Daz Studio Pro. Hey everybody, thanks for watching and welcome back to another video. Before we get started, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed. It's been amazing to see so many people hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't yet done it, feel free to jump on over there, hit that subscribe and the notification icon, give us a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've got any specific topics you'd like me to cover about Daz Studio or Iray or anything else for that matter, just let me know. Alright, let's jump right into this. So I've had requests from a couple of people to discuss the denoise setting in Daz Studio and how to use it, and it's not that complicated, but I do understand people's sort of hesitance in using it. Personally, I don't ever use it. I've never found a scenario where it's better. A lot of my older renders used it, but I did discover fairly quickly that it does degrade the quality of the image quite drastically. I thought I'd give you a quick tutorial on how to use it and what it does, so that if you do decide to use it, you can use it a little bit more smartly. So when you go into your render settings tab, in the filtering section you will see the post denoiser available. Now currently mine's set to off, which is pretty much standard for me, but if we hit that to on, a few more options will appear, and there aren't many options, so we don't have an awful lot to talk about. So this is going to be quite a short video. So the first thing you've got is the ability to enable the post denoiser, which is essentially turning it off or on. The next section is the post denoiser start iteration. Now this is the render iteration at which you want this function to start operating. Now this is an important one, because if you have it started from the very beginning, your render is going to look weird, to be honest. The later in the rendering process that you have this come on, the better quality the render is that you're going to get with the denoiser activated. Using the denoise filter uses obviously a certain amount of memory and will slow down the iterations on which it operates. So the longer you can leave your render without using it, obviously the faster your overall render time is going to be. Also, the visible quality of the image may take a lot longer to kind of coalesce, because essentially you're blurring every single iteration. Whereas using the rough image without a noise filter may be noisy, but at least you'll be able to see things such as your lighting and your composition, etc. The way that the denoiser works is it acts as a basic edge blur. It samples the pixels around each pixel and averages out the color to try and remove specks of noise and dramatic changes in color, and then it works out if there's an edge nearby by huge changes in contrast. What this can do is it can dramatically reduce the amount of detail in your images. This is why I don't use it at all, and if you do use it, I suggest that you use it very carefully and limit your amount of usage. It can speed up your render times if you're doing large external shots where there's a lot of things going on and there's no real fine detail required, such as a photograph of a busy shopping mall or something like that. But in most instances where you're rendering fairly close-up pictures of characters, it is going to make them look like plastic dolls or anime sketches, which isn't something that you necessarily want. The last option is the post denoiser alpha, and the reason that they have this option is that a lot of people will use Daz Studio to create transparent PNG files with maybe just a character in the scene. And what this does is it tidies up the alpha map so that the transparency is more convincing, shall we say. It's not dirty around the edges like a lot of renders can be. Now that's really all there is to it, this filter. If you do want to have a play, I mean, there's no harm in switching it on and seeing what results you get and doing anything. I always encourage people to experiment with Daz Studio and see what they can get out of it, because there's no right or wrong way to do anything, and there are, as always, many ways to skin a cat. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.